Hey everyone, welcome back to Broadway by Ghostlight. I'm Mark Benani, and today I thought I'd highlight some fun theater-related things that if you like this channel, I think you're gonna really enjoy. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Why would this schmuck go tell us to watch someone else's stuff when there's so many amazing videos to watch right here on Broadway by Ghostlight?
I don't think anyone thought that.
And yes, if you're new to this channel, be sure to check out the other videos like my Broadway breakdowns of obscure Broadway shows, or the full season 1 of Schmigadoon breakdowns for all the references and Easter eggs, or my prop table videos where I show off some of my theater props and memorabilia I've collected over the years. But today, I wanted to spotlight some other amazing content and content creators that you should definitely know and subscribe to. After, of course, binging all my videos.
Of course, of course.
The first thing I wanted to share with you all is a short web series that just premiered on BroadwayWorld.com. It's called The Aging Ingenue, which is a great title. It stars Broadway favorite Sara Jean Ford, who also conceived and wrote the series along with her boyfriend Cameron Dingwall, who directs this short series. Sara Jean Ford has appeared on Broadway in the most recent revivals of Cats, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, Finian's Rainbow, and A Little Night Music, as well as playing Christine in Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, which definitely gets a fun little nod in the series you have to watch to find out. But here in The Aging Ingenue, Miss Ford plays Claire, a Broadway performer struggling to come to terms with getting a little older, despite, as Claire will constantly remind you,
I read young.
Each of the super short episodes revolves around a song typically sung by a younger actress. Songs like Part of Your World from Little Mermaid or Maybe from Annie.
Betcha he reads, betcha she sews.
The idea for the show came about, as many things these days have, including somewhat this channel, what to do during the downtime of the pandemic, of the lockdown. And what started off as the simple idea of her singing songs that she was maybe a little too old for blossomed into this wonderful little series. The show also features Broadway performers Vishal Vaidya, Ashley Blanchett, and Will Reynolds. Plus, Miss Ford's daughter appears in a couple of very funny episodes that every parent will emphasize with.
How lovely to be so grown up and free.
So head on over to BroadwayWorld.com and binge The Aging Ingenue. It will take you no more than a half hour. So do that so we can please get a second season. I promise you you'll be glad you did.
Ugh, was that too young?
The next content creator I wanted to highlight is one some of you may already be familiar with, and in fact found this channel through them. I want to talk about Wait in the Wings. If you have not heard about Wait in the Wings, make sure you head over to their YouTube channel and subscribe to them. While I do breakdowns of older shows that are really somewhat obscure and do some more lighthearted Broadway theater history, Brendan Henderson over at Wait in the Wings is making full-blown theater documentaries.
He's the real deal.
It began in spring of 2019 when Brendan released his first and to date most popular video with well over 1.5 million views, detailing the chaotic history of Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
It's a musical, Seth. It happens. You know how many people die every year doing Jersey Boys?
Since then, he's tackled a bunch of shows like SpongeBob SquarePants the Musical, Carrie and Seussical, and many more. Not only does Wait in the Wings do these documentaries, but there are other fun things on the channel as well. Some of my favorite being a Try Not to Laugh challenge with different theater fails, an in-universe mockumentary about Rogers the Musical featured in several Marvel movies, one of my favorite things on the planet, and a great, very funny video where, because Brendan lost in the Tony predictions video, he had to walk the Brooklyn Bridge dressed as Mr. Mistopheles from Cats.
Yeah, follow me on YouTube, Broadway by Ghostlight.
And yes, yours truly does appear in those videos, but that's not why I think you should check them out. Brendan gave me my sort of first break in this YouTube world and has since become a collaborator and a dear friend. So if you enjoy this channel, you should definitely also subscribe to Wait in the Wings. A great video to start with is one of his newest, a full-length documentary about the absolutely insane story of Rebecca the Musical and how it almost came to Broadway.
So close.
Honestly, a fascinating story with real life twists and turns you won't see coming. And it's just presented so well. Go check it out.
Okay, I think I will.
Another content creator I think you will love and should take a look at is BwaySho. Shoshana, aka BwaySho, is different from what I do and what Brendan does. While we're looking at the past, she is living in the moment. If there is an awesome theater-related event happening in the tri-state area, you can bet that BwaySho is gonna be there and recording it all.
She's everywhere.
Sho is a former reporter for CBS 7 News in Texas before returning home to New York and focusing on her love of theater. She puts her journalism skills to great use at opening nights of Broadway and off-Broadway shows where she gets some awesome interviews on the red carpet, and she also gets great footage of curtain calls and special things like that, speeches. She also does coverage of concerts and first previews, rehearsals, press events, and so much more. She has become another dear friend of mine, and I live vicariously through her as she is seemingly everywhere I want to be.
I want to be where the people are.
But being the multi-hyph that she is, Sho also has the BwaySho podcast, the interview series, The Show Must Go Online, which was a live interview series with a multitude of incredible guests that was during the shutdown, although I was never invited to be on. What the heck, Sho?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So if you want to always feel like you're in the room where it happens, make sure to follow BwaySho on all her platforms. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about in this episode is a bit of a cheat, I'll admit. It's not actually something to watch, but it's more of a way to find something to watch.
I'm listening.
If you're a theater fan, you should have filmedlivemusicals.com bookmarked now. It's a database for what's known as Proshots, which is short for professional shots of live theater. Now, a pro shot, as defined by the database, is a live stage musical legally filmed and legally available for public viewing.
It's all perfectly legal.
Some examples of well-known and well-loved pro shots are the Legally Blonde that aired on MTV, the recent Hamilton that is streaming on Disney+, and one that defined most of the people in my generation, the original Into the Woods pro shot.
Well, that's another story, never mind. Anyway.
What's not included are bootlegs, of course, or what the kids call slime tutorials nowadays. That's a story for another day. Also, any live TV musicals like Peter Pan Live or The Wiz Live that weren't running shows with audiences present there for filming. Also, anything that was filmed for the Lincoln Center Library, which is a amazing resource that I will definitely highlight in another video. But anything filmed for their services is also not part of this, as they are not legally available to the mass public. But with the streaming apps we have now, like Broadway HD and Broadway On Demand available, not to mention the slew of pro shots legally released to the public during the pandemic, this is an invaluable tool to find out what is out there and where to find it. Filmed Live Musicals was created by Louisa Lyons, an amazing woman, actress, and singer. In fact, I recently saw her in the Master Voice concert version of Anyone Can Whistle at Carnegie Hall, where she is a member of the Master Voices choir. Louisa was always a fan of live theater captured on film, like a lot of us, with the Into the Woods capture that I mentioned, and the Victor Victoria Pro Shot, another favorite of mine as well. She even wrote her master's thesis on filmed live musicals for the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama after seeing an interview with producer Ellen M. Kress, who stated that she had trouble getting funding for filming of live musical theater.
It's a profit deal.
Shortly after finishing her dissertation, Lyons was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. The radiation and chemo treatments left her with a seriously compromised immune system, making going out to the theater, one of her favorite things to do in the world, impossible. So she turned again to her love of musicals preserved on film and created the most comprehensive database of its kind to date.
That's incredible.
It's incredible!
Besides the database, Louisa and Film Live Musicals have a bi-weekly podcast and a weekly free newsletter. So make sure you sign up for that. A link for that, as well as links for all the other content I've mentioned today, will be down in the description. So make sure to check them all out and tell them Broadway by Ghostlight sent you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me the honor of hitting that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll have a new Broadway breakdown coming and you won't want to miss that. I've teased it in a more recent video, if some of you can figure out what that is. What theater-related content creators do you love? Maybe I don't know about them. Let me know in the comments, because I'm always looking for new content creators that are sort of in the same vein as me. There are definitely more that I enjoy and would love to feature in a follow-up video, so make sure and let me know who you want to see featured. I always love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, especially those of you who stick around to the end. You guys are my favorites. This is Broadway by Ghostlight. I'm Mark Bonanni. I'll see y'all next time.